Pisces. So I was actually recording before and I pulled 2 of these cards for you guys and was super in your energy, and just as I was speaking to you and getting ready to pull more cards, my cat just jumped on the table, knocked everything over, caused a bunch of chaos, and I unfortunately had to end the video. I was super upset, but you know what? Sometimes I'm human, sometimes my cat does crazy stuff. I get livid and I gotta put her away. That's the truth. So, the truth may be surprising you this week. It may come up in your plans. You may not be able to expect what is coming your way. I do kind of feel that energy in your energy, but we're definitely looking at healing and divine feminine for you guys initially. Okay, so these cards are the cards that came out, a number 11 and a number 3. This is showing you that there is healing, okay? The divine feminine is full of surprises in actuality, okay? As much as we want to give the divine feminine the grace of just naturally moving forward, sometimes the divine feminine causes some chaos, causes disruptions, is the rebel energy of the cosmos, okay? That's just plain and simple. So we're looking at you potentially being a bit of a rebel, all right? Really sinking into your divine feminine, thinking of healing, of course, maybe going back in the past and releasing some things that no longer serve you. This is an effort to heal the divine feminine, quite literally. So the frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using that information when it comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. So then we have number 3, divine feminine. The frequency of the divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. This is a really beautiful energy. I really like that energy for you guys. I'm going to be pulling some of a masculine energy from this manifestation manifesto. Now, regardless of whether you are a female or male, and regardless of whether you're in a union, we all have divine feminine within us. And so maybe this could be, Cancer season bringing up some childhood trauma. Maybe there's some issues, revolving around you and your mother's relationship. This could be the divine feminine in relationships, feeling used or abused in the past. It's not to make light of these things. In fact, healing in the divine feminine can mean some deep-rooted issues. So, yeah, we're going to get going with some masculine energy just to kind of balance out the mood here. What can Pisces do this week to help in this process of healing? We do not need more time. We need a stronger reason to act so that we use the time more effectively. We do not need more time. We need a stronger reason to act so that we use time more effectively. Interesting. I really like that. I think that could work for the divine masculine and the divine feminines to know that your routine is very special this month, especially since we have so many retrogrades going on. We're going to definitely talk about some astrology today. And just as a foremention, I may or may not be speaking with cross-watchers during this reading. If you're looking into a specific relationship, maybe you have a Pisces that you love and you're wondering how they're doing, I may or may not be speaking with you directly, and feel free to switch up the roles if necessary. Okay, some of the characteristics can be switched around during this reading as well. And I just recently started doing extended readings, so if you find resonance with this reading, feel free to follow me afterwards over to Vimeo, where we can go even more in depth and look at the dynamics between the 2 counterparts. Okay? So Pisces, you guys are coming through really strong, and it looks like you're using your time very efficiently, very effectively, looking at the reasons why, okay, in a very tangible way, why you're going to heal, what it's going to do for you. And I think a lot of this does have an essence of solar eclipse in it, okay? Solar eclipse bringing surprises, solar eclipse bringing reasons why you need to move on, really highlighting our shadow, quite literally, and making things very clear, potentially for a short-term amount of time, but still very clear and potentially uncomfortable, and it gives you that reason, right? It gives you that reason to heal and move forward. So we're looking at potentially a divine relationship, which is no surprise because that has been coming up so much in energy very recently, given the kind of astrology that we're experiencing. So we're going to get a little bit deeper insight into what this could mean for you guys. Of course, this is a general reading. I do offer personal readings. If you're interested, go to my website. The link is down in the description box below. I'd be happy to help you there. But you know what? It just kind of seems like whatever the case may be, Pisces, you're deciding to move forward for yourself. You know, and I think that this essence of the new moon in Cancer really carries that through, as to take self-care first and foremost, before anything else. Okay? So self-care can range in very many ways. We're looking at the divine feminine, maybe speaking to detoxing, becoming more pure of heart, soul, mind, and body. Drinking more water. Okay, this is an excellent month to just up your intake of water and nutritional foods, whole foods. Detoxing, doing a liver detox, doing a skin detox. All right. I'm also seeing somebody taking powder. Okay, like it could be a heartache powder or a spirulina. Okay, this is a cleansing agent, very natural cleansing agent. Let's see what comes up through your spirit. Temptation in reverse. Now let's take a look at this. Who is this fella? He is the devil. He is the one that wants to keep you stuck. He is the one that manipulates and teases and contradicts. He is the shadow, in essence, of what you're healing. So I do feel a very strong pull to say, these are your own habits, Pisces. This is your own story from the past, the one that you may feel you're reliving and stuck in. Okay? Be very mindful of the kind of things that you tell others as well as yourself this month. And specifically this week, these things may become acutely clear that they may not actually be serving you. You may have defenses that are up over things that are no longer actually in your reality, but maybe simply in your memories. This is the illusion, okay, or the veil that could be fairly thin for you, as I feel a very psychic essence coming from you this week, Pisces, and that's no surprise, but it's even more so than usual, okay? So we're looking at temptation, the things that may be tempting, easy, and desirable to an extent. Okay, but these temptations or desires may be rooted in the moment or even in the past. Okay, so don't fool yourself, Pisces, by thinking it's what you want. Because remember, you need a reason why you're healing, you need a reason why you're moving forward, and we need to focus more on those feelings. We need to focus on the stability, the things that you need, especially when we're in Cancer season. Desire doesn't necessarily equate to a necessary kind of thing. So that's why the devil is coming up in reverse in a lot of people's readings, is because, is it actually what you need, or is it more of what you want? Is it more of a satisfaction sort of thing? What else for Pisces? What is this? Oh, heartache and loss, number 3. So what I feel for you, Pisces, is that you may, clearly be thinking of someone else. You may clearly be thinking of this previous relationship, this person who maybe you can't get off your mind. You may be one half of this union. We have 2 threes, and both relating very much so to the divine feminine and Trinity, mind, body, and spirit. Now, you're healing a lot of these elements within yourself, but you may have to go quite literally into the darkness and face what these issues are for you that are holding you back. As I feel for some of you, it could be creating a blockage even still. Now, that's not a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing, because I think you're realizing this. You're realizing this so distinctly, and you're becoming so aware of yourself that you can't even run from yourself, okay? You're calling yourself out. You're exposing yourself, you're saying, hey, what are you doing? That's not true. You're almost like you're on your own team, okay, again, which I think is a really, really healing energy on its own. But the heartache and loss has already happened, okay? It's already happened. It's not going to repeat or get any worse than what you've already experienced. So you can let go of that fear. The heartache and loss also, is you wanting to create something different than that. Maybe you've just been in a phase or cycle of heartache and loss. Maybe you felt in the dark. Maybe you felt the illusion over your eyes, or very confused over how to proceed. This is you slashing through that veil. Destiny, okay, destiny in reverse, but let's look at it in an upright position. When we have destiny, this is very much the star type of energy. This is very much the 10 of Pentacles kind of energy. When we're looking at the completion of a cycle, we're looking at you being exactly where you need to be. Though you may not feel that way, okay, it's in a grander perspective that we begin to see. The universe is really on your side. The universe is really on your side. Even if you have to let someone go because they're just no good for you, then you have to trust the universe here. Because if you don't have the universe on your side, then it could be you against the universe, and you know how that goes. No one wins there. So let's be, on the same team as the universe. Listen to the universe and what it's trying to tell you, where it's trying to lead you. What it's trying to tell you is necessary for you to continue to move forward and heal. It could be that you have to leave. It could be that you have to completely let go with no idea of if it will come back to you or if it actually will, come to fruition. There's this I'm hearing blind side. So, or, what is that when you're driving a car? Blind spot. Okay, there's a blind spot here where you may be really confidently moving forward, but having no idea how this is going to manifest long term. So you're moving, I'm hearing on fumes, okay, running on fumes. So some of you could need some rest. Some of you could need the time alone. And some of you, I think, are moving forward with a little bit of grace and humility, knowing that it's okay not to know. It's okay not to know for sure. It's a little exciting even, Letting something go is thrilling. Letting something go is truly liberating. It can be. It can be. Pisces. We have Judgment. And the Two of Pentacles, to just further reiterate what we've been saying. Judgment in the major arcana, okay, typically shows Archangel Michael, as a sort of savior figure, calling judgment, okay, having these souls beneath him, sort of feeling this redemption, like, oh, it's finally that day where I get to see beyond the veil, where I get to see beyond the illusion. Right? And what do you see in this picture, Pisces? It's that day, the solar eclipse. It's here, it's now. You've waited so long for this. You've waited so long to realize what it is you're realizing. Okay? Someone is either calling judgment on this relationship or in this situation, or judgment is upon you, and you have no choice but to trust where the universe is leading this. Okay? Because the Two of Pentacles says, look, things are rebalancing in your life where, there may have been a teeter-totter of, are we here or are we there? Are we on or are we off? What's happening here? Things are shifting, okay? Things are definitely shifting in this energy. And I feel like, there's a definite specific emphasis on redemption, okay? How you felt in the past may no longer be your story moving forward, but you're in this sort of threshold energy of needing to let those old habitual patterns and ideas go so that you can reinstate yourself, redeem yourself later on this month. So we have Eight of Wands and the Magician. This is exactly what I'm saying, Pisces. This is some deep stuff. For whoever I'm speaking with, this could very well be you as the divine feminine and your divine masculine counterpart, or whoever you resonate with here is working some magic on your behalf. They're wanting to reconnect with you. They're wanting a new beginning, and I think likewise you are desiring the same thing. Though as the Magician would would suggest you don't know how these moving parts are going to fall into place. It's still up in the air. It is still up in the air. Okay, so there's magic taking place here, and it's going to happen really swiftly. Some of you could very well be getting communication from your divine counterpart. You know, I know you guys love to dream, Pisces. You guys are definitely dreamers, very fantastical, imaginative type of energies, and there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to spiritually connect with this person outside of the physical. Let's just put it very simply. You guys are probably establishing a reconnection here because of what you're doing. Okay, or at least having the ability to. When we see a number 8, this is karmic. This is karmic. And so, you know, you've been waiting a really long time to redeem yourself in this way, but you're getting some extra oomph from the universe. You're getting some power from the universe to either, you know, reconnect with your person, reestablish this very strong, passionate connection, or you're deciding to rid yourself of this connection altogether. Just go your separate ways, or do something expansive in your own life as an individual, right? Whatever way you choose, this is gonna be your energy for, you know, to use at your will. This is really interesting because this is quite literally a new beginning for you, and it's very big. It's very big because you've waited so long for this. You've waited so long for this. I'm hearing thirsty and hungry, just kind of like your body does need nourishment. You know, the things that you've been going for, you may have really just almost been, I'm hearing satiated, like unsatisfied with every ounce of effort you put into this so far. Well, it's time for you to be satisfied. I'm seeing this steak just being put out in front of you, like, dig in, Pisces. Oh, it's going to be so juicy. Oh, both want to come out, so let's see what this is. Okay, very, very interesting. So Queen of Swords and the Chariot. Queen of Swords came out in a very similar way in the Libra reading last week, so you could, you could find yourself involved with a Libra, calling justice, getting judgment on this situation, fairness and equality yet again. But with the Queen of Swords, it just looks like it's time to cut the bullshit. You know, the Chariot, the very ethereal, mystical energy between you two. Someone or some situation between you two just has not been meeting eye to eye. It hasn't been fair. It hasn't been clear. And, you know, someone's coming in quite ruthlessly, literally, calling someone out, calling the bullshit, maybe calling a tower moment, you know, on how things have been going, and sort of reinstating themselves in a more authoritative energy. So although we have the divine feminine in healing, I think that this is an energy of needing to assert yourself, needing to call, I'm hearing call truce. So if there has been sort of like a battle of wits or words or, you know, a lack of communication, it's just like, cut the shit, you guys. Cut the shit. You guys love each other. You're wanting to move forward. But because of this BS, because of whatever kind of runaround this person has been giving you, this very swift, inconsistent communication potentially, cutthroat I'm also hearing, it's not been good. It's not been good for either of you, not for your mentality, not for your spirituality, and definitely not for this connection. And so what I feel is that your counterpart may initially want to run. They may initially be afraid of how you're addressing this, not in an abrupt or abusive way, of course. With the divine feminine full and large and in charge, they are not able to escape this truth. They're not able to escape this bullshit, and they really could try to run this week. Just so you guys know, it may not be pretty, because we still have temptation on the board. Okay, we still have temptation on the table. And so for a moment, you could feel heartache and loss, because it could seem like this person is just headed for the hills. And if this isn't them, this is you. Okay, so you guys may still be in this battle of wits, you know, going back and forth. Who's right, who's wrong? Who deserves what? What kind of justice will serve this situation, because you feel maybe like you've been put through way more than they have. And they may be making a clean break out of this karmic cycle. Well, you know what? Judgment came out first. So don't be deceived at how this person may react or act this week. For whatever reason, whoever you're involved with, they're trying still to potentially carry on this illusion, Look at this. We have 8 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I really feel like your counterpart may initially want to run for the hills, may initially run from this connection. It may be that their head and their heart, their past experiences, their memories, the communication, if any, is just all too much for them this week. Let's see what else comes up. But needless to say, with the Chariot, this is the Cancerian energy of movement. Okay, this happens really fast and swift, and what I see also are these are very fast energies. Very fast, very expansive, very clear. Okay, undeniable. And what I would say is that this person realizes how much passion they have for you. This person realizes the divinity of this connection potentially, and it scares the hell out of them. Maybe someone is waking up. Maybe someone is waking up because of the astrology we're having. See this solar eclipse yet again? Your partner is being affected by it for sure. Your partner is being affected by it for sure. And they're battling their own mind about things. They're battling their own mind about things. Yes. Oh yes. So much yes. When we're talking about your partner, they could very well be involved with an air sign, or, have this, I'm hearing quincunx of energy just sort of counteracting each other right now, wanting to move forward with you. Their soul for sure is thinking about you and rushing toward you and being drawn toward you, and this divine connection and the meaning behind it and the karma that's there for them. But then conversely, having to deal with the reality of things. Conversely, looking at their past actions, the things that they've said, the things that they've done. It can be all too much, Pisces. This is another 8, and it's coupled with the 2 of Swords. This person is blocking their heart. They don't feel deserving of this. And this is something that they must move through this week. This is something they must acknowledge this week. Again, what does the solar eclipse do? It makes our shadow all too clear. It makes our shadow all too clear. They're at a crossroads, though, and they're asking the divine for guidance. They are praying for clarity. But Pisces, it's because, and you have to know, they're realizing the enormity of their decisions, the enormity of what has unfolded between you two so far. Destiny is at hand, okay? And there's a difference between destiny and fate. Fate happens when we take it into our own hands, when we think we know better than the universe. Then we set fated actions into action, fated events into action. When we trust destiny, 3 of Swords on the bottom again, we trust that healing will take place when and where it happens, that the truth will be told in divine right timing. And that our love will respond accordingly. But for you this week, Pisces, I really want you to work on your own healing. I want you to embrace the divine feminine and what it's asking of you, okay? To become more receptive, nurturing, and expose your soft side. Because this person may feel as if you're coming through so strongly. And I feel that too, that they may be afraid. So don't allow that authoritative energy of getting even, asserting yourself in a dominating way, calling the shots or making the choices for the relationship. Release it and let it go to God. Let it go to the universe and trust that destiny is on your side. I wish you so much luck, Pisces. This is such an amazing feeling. I hope you guys have an amazing week. If you'd like to continue this reading with me, head over to Vimeo. There's a link in the description box below. But if this is where we part ways, I will see you next time.